Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. The jewel is rumored to have roared at her family. You are disgracing me by listening to Ebony. Now, our people say when the vulture begins to advise the eagle on how to fly, disaster is near. For the vulture has never tested the height of the sky. The news that, our Jewel's uncle had sided with Ebony struck her like a blade straight to the heart. She couldn't take it anymore. She called her paternal family immediately and erupted like fire on dry grass. For the first time, she spoke without filtering her anger. Uncle, brother, sister, so you all sat down to listen to Ebony. You, my own blood, giving ears to the same woman that has sworn I would never have peace in my marriage. Do you know how disgraceful that is? Her voice choked with fury. The family was stunned. They tried to calm her down, telling her it was just a meeting for her own good, but the jewel cut them down. Don't insult me like that for my own good. If this was truly for my good, you would have, been standing by me, not behind my enemy. They said she roared again. Do you think I don't know Ebony? She called my uncle and, filled his ears with lies, and you all believe her. Ebony claims she's carrying a second baby, and you didn't even think to ask her where her first. In fact, the story is not a small thing. No. The first twin she claimed she was carrying went to what happened to them. She had always said she's expecting a baby, or she's expecting babies. The next minute you hear that, she will say that she lost this, she lost the pregnancy and all of that. You didn't think to ask her, you didn't think to ask me, you just decided to, hold a meeting behind my back. They said the silence in the call was like a graveyard. Nobody moved. Then, Ajua's mother tried to calm the storm, but the jewel was not in the mood. She banged her hand on the table. Let me tell you all, you are not disgracing me alone. You are disgracing my husband. You are spitting on his face. The great lion, the king, and you are believing a liar over him. Her words were sharp like arrows. She reminded them of everything the great lion had endured for her. This man has shielded me from gossip. He has carried my shame as if it is his. He has made sacrifices for me that none of you here would ever dare. Yet, instead of respecting him, you reduce him before my enemies. You are disgracing us, and you need to know that. They said she was angry. She was angry in a way that they have never, ever seen before. They said the jewel didn't stop there. She locked her anger on her uncle directly. Uncle, you are a pastor. Shame on you. Instead of rebuking sin, you're supporting it. Instead of silencing Ebony's poisonous mouth, you are using it to scatter your own family. How dare you tell me to leave my husband because of a woman like Ebony? Have you not seen the things that she has done? She will do anything, whatever it is, just, to get me out of the way. They have gone diabolic. There's nothing they have not done, especially that one they call Ebony. And because she couldn't succeed, now she wants to use you. They said the uncle was fuming on the other side, but the jewel's voice overpowered him. She warned them, if you people don't want to stand by me, leave me alone. But never again will you disgrace me by, taking Ebony's side. I made a mistake in the past when I allowed outsiders to dictate my steps. I will not repeat that mistake. Whatever it takes, I will be there. They say some family members began to cry, realizing, the jewel had drawn her line. But they said, she didn't finish. She just ended the call abruptly and stormed straight to the bedroom where she met with her mom. She was very, very upset over what they did. Ebony manipulated them in a way that, really, really affected them. They said the jewel just could not believe, because immediately, you know, when you have this thing in mind that you want to do, this uncle has always wanted the jewel to leave. Always. They said in that moment, oh, the jewels rose, silenced every attempt by her family to force, you know, her hand. Her word carried fire, and her anger burned through their excuses. By listening to Ebony, they had betrayed her, but, you know, the jewel made sure they knew she was no longer the woman to be pushed around. Her roar that day shook the foundation of her family's loyalty. It was no longer a matter of advice, a matter of insult. The jewel made it clear they could never disgrace her again. They were very, very shocked at the way the jewel, you know, handled everything. You know, the jewel is about 33 right now. And the way a 33-year-old woman would reason will be different from the way a 28-year-old woman would reason, or 25 years old. I am sure that with the knowledge and everything she has now, if you could turn the hands of time, she would have made better decisions. And that is why she is saying right now that she's not going to allow anybody manipulate her again. She's not going to allow anybody get to tell her what to do again. That she has gone through that before, and she knows the price that she had to pay. That would never happen in her life. It's not up to them to tell her what to do. That yes, it's one thing for them to sit and gossip about her husband and say whatever they want to say about her husband. Yes, she's aware. She knows that nobody is perfect. And so because nobody is perfect, they should leave her alone. That she is not going to allow them push her again. She would never, ever do that. In fact, they said everybody was shocked at the way she handled it. And the worst thing, perhaps if it had been maybe somebody like Oletik or who else, maybe even Ikpio, it would have been different. But the fact that it was Ebony made it very, very difficult for her to bear, because Ebony has always fought her. Ebony sees her as an arch enemy. And for you, a family, to sit and be listening to Ebony, what truth do you think Ebony can ever tell you? Ebony is trying to manipulate you, and it was very successful because, yes, she succeeded in manipulating Queen Naomi's uncle. And Queen Naomi was crying and feeling so bad because she feels like at the end of the day, the uncle was actually manipulated by Ebony. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.